friends and welcome back to my channel Hasvi Animation. Today we're looking at an app called Pencil 2D. I hope you watched my last video about Paint 3D. It's gonna be really helpful for today. You can download it in Google Chrome. Then you will probably see this. You would see this white paper in front of you. These timelines. Well, let me explain what these are. These are the tools. Here you see that it's a pencil tool. So whenever you type N, the pencil will appear and then you can draw with it. And you can go Control Z when you want to erase something. Or if you do this, you can also go with the eraser and just erase it. And note key for eraser is E. You can also find in tools up here. So you can just click on it. And then here you find pencils, eraser, select, move, pen, pan, polygon, bucket, erase, eyedropper, brush, smudge tool. Well, there's a lot of tools. Whenever I move to this brush, these options will also move. Well, if you see here, width, it is the thickness. So when I drag this down, then when I go ahead and draw, it will be really small. When I go ahead and increase the thickness, it will be big. Or, I mean the width. So you go Control Z whenever you want to erase, or just go erase with the pencil. So here, onion skin. Onion skin is kind of the same as that you can see your previous frame. Well, you need to know what frame is first. That's why I'm gonna introduce you the timeline. It's kind of a flip. Every page you do a thing. So this time I do a heart. Next time I want to see the heart. Then you can go add onion skin. So go ahead and do that. Now you see this grayish heart. Now I do another heart but smaller, and then go and add, and now I do another heart but smaller, and then done. I'm not the best to do hearts, so yeah, this is my heart. Then now I can start from the first frame, turn off previous frame, and then play the animation with the loop button on, and then play. And make sure you have 5 frames per second. So, or if I want to make it slower, then I could have like 3, and then now when I play, you see it's slower. When I go up, it's gonna be faster. I don't really want my drawings delete every single page and then add a page. But if you see, if I have like this many pages and I just delete everything, I can't really delete the first one. It's because you must have one page in the flip book or in the timeline. Let me explain this side, the right side. Here, you see, it says color box. Well, it's kind of the same. You just move around with your tool, and then now I just move it. So I want a night blue, and I move my cursor here. If you'd like, I want this blue, and then my cursor is there. Then you see it's gonna be black. And you can also, this color is the color which is going to be in your paper. So if I have this color, then this is going to appear. So if I want like the this color, I take that. Now I see how it is, and I can just resize it also here. And then whenever I move, you see the color box is also moving. And then you can also play around with it and have fun. I forgot to mention, this is the color palette. Here you can just choose your color that you want and then draw it here if you don't find it in this color box. But the really good thing Pencil 2D is that you can move around stuff. So now I'm gonna move my my color palette on the color box and then drop it. So here, now when we have moved it, Now we can choose between color box and color palette. I go normally with color palette, and then here I could also go ahead and just go to grid mode, this to fit swatch, so you can see everything. Now when I have learned you the basic tools, let's go on to layers. I have told what bitmap layer is, but there is vector layer, sound layer, and camera layer that I haven't told about. Well, bitmap layer, if you try to draw something here, if I draw a circle with, or let's draw a flower, here, if you see really carefully, you would see these pixels. Bitmap layer is like with pixels and stuff. If you add a vector layer and name it just vector, go ahead and draw a flower there. So if I add it to 11, do a circle, do the petals. So now if I see carefully, it doesn't have really pixels. Well, vector layer has nodes and bitmap layer doesn't. If I go to the smudge tool in vector layer and just do like this, it would give us a lot of points. It is move points. So if I move this, this will move and stuff. If I go to the bitmap layer and go to the smudge tool, it will just smudge everything. And that's not the best option. So it's much better to use the vector layer. And here if I do like this, you see it's also gonna be like small and stuff. So you can do like that and stuff. Yeah. Well, that is the difference between vector layer and bitmap layer. If we go to the camera layer, or we can delete the vector layer now. So yeah, we can delete it. We can take a new page and then we can discard. So for camera layer, we need a picture. So make sure to click on the bitmap layer, go to image or file, import image, and here you can import your image. And I'm gonna take this one, and then I'm gonna open it. It will ask you where you want it. You can choose like wherever you want. I'm gonna go for the center of current view and then open. Here I need to make sure that it's perfect, so I can move this, and it must be a little bit bigger than the actual, so it's okay if it's like this because we're gonna move the camera. So if I go to the camera layer, go to maybe the 15th frame, add a layer there, and then I move my camera all the way up there. And then now if I go and play, it will be like this. So now I have an animation, but now it's like simply moving and I don't really like it. Then I could add a sound. Then you go to the add layer, add a sound layer. You can just name it sound layer, and then you can go OK. Now you go to the first frame, and then you add, go to file, import, sound. Here there's, I found a lot of sounds that I could use. And I'm gonna take this one, and then I'm gonna open. Then it will import. And now if I play this, it will just play forever. And then it's like standing there. So we need to go and change the range. So you go range, make this to 15, your last frame, and then done. And now you see this blue line that has arrived. It is the sound part. So now when I'm playing, it will be like this. So it'll stop at 15. And we can move it also down if we want. Now if you want to export it, you go File, Export, Animated GIF, and then we can do this, and then GIF, and then we go Save. Here we can go and go OK. Then it will When it's finished, you go, oh, yes. You take the one we want, just did, and then it will be like this. Well, if you wonder why the sound isn't in the video, it's because we render out the whole thing. So if it's movie, finish, oh yeah, then we will add the sound. So if you want the sound, you need to have the movie, and if you don't want the sound, you go just GIF. Now when we know a lot about these layers, let's go add a new file. We can go discard, and now let's go on and add a vector layer. Add vector layer. We can just name it vector layer, and then we can put it at the top place. And now you see we have these things up here. Let me explain from the first. These are helping lines. They won't be in the animation, but they would be really helpful to draw. So if I want to know the middle, then I could take the cross, and I know now that this is the middle, so I can just start drawing there. So I can do that. And this, there's like a lot of sorts of helping grids and stuff. Here it's like easy one. You can just do some lines and stuff with that. Well, now if you go on and just do a small animation, these are the basic tools of Pencil 2D. You can explore them and hope this video was helpful for that. You can try out and do animation. I will meet you in the next video. Subscribe to my channel, give it a big thumbs up, and bye.